Hey, what's up? It's Whistle, and welcome back to Settlement Survival. Last episode on Settlement Survival, we made some progress and we did some things. Expanded this area out a little bit. We built a little bridge out over here to get some more resources going, as well as I think worked in the process of dealing with our food issue, hopefully. Knock on wood, click a tree. As you can see, we have 2 food currently, so not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But I think with all the trees we wound up planting in the last episode and the rest of the farms and such, I think we should wind up maybe being okay. But I guess we'll see. We'll see how things go. So hopefully all of you are having a wonderful day. I know I did. I had a pretty good day myself. The other thing I'm going to kind of casually work on is just keep on collecting these herbs because I really want an herb seed so I can put it in the nursery. Because if I can get an herb seed in there, then that means that we can get farming on herbs. And that will increase health and happiness once we get that rolling. Which that is just a matter of time, I believe. Our water sawmill, I guess, is saying output limit reached. So I'm not quite sure how that happened, but let's just bump this up just a little bit more. We have plenty of wood and we can get more, so that's fine. Something else I did in between episodes, which looking at this, I missed one. I started the process of upgrading all of our roads to a stone road. And it didn't take any of it, I don't think. What are we so upset about? Oh, I just missed little bits. Okay, cool. Maybe I missed big portions? I thought I already did all of this. I'm not sure. At any rate, I'm pretty sure I got all the roads, so they're gonna get going on that as they have time. Also, I didn't know that this was quite a thing, but we have the Halloween update is here. Look at all the little jack-o'-lanterns on all of the houses. So there are a couple specific buildings for this. I'm currently recording this on October 30th. The video is going to go up tomorrow on Halloween. So I figured pretty fitting because I saw that the update came down either yesterday or the day before. So I figured may as well just wait until I can put this out on Halloween and have it be nice and spooky, which I think the ghosts are new as well. I think that's something with the Halloween update, but I could be wrong. I could just be not paying attention to that. So I guess there are some buildings that I'm not going to be able to build anytime soon, unfortunately. But there is a giant jack-o'-lantern which requires almost 10,000 pumpkins, which I don't even have unlocked. And I guess there's a couple other things as well somewhere in here. Let me see. Unless it's something I have to unlock. Okay, I guess... Yep, I guess... Oh, there it is. Jack-o'-lantern. So again, don't have pumpkins. So I won't be able to get these. Unless I get some pumpkins, in which case I can just start farming those and hope for the best. But not super likely. Anyway, so also the other thing in the last video, I believe, I was talking about getting fishing going. And yeah, I'm not the smartest, apparently. It was right here the whole time. Fishing dock. I didn't unlock anything for it. It was just there. So we have one built right here. I do require planks, though, so I might briefly switch this over to planks. There we go. And since it is encompassing this little circle of fish here, that means we're going to get 100% fish production on this building, which is going to be good. And I will be able to get some more placed down and still keep it within the area as well. So that's super nice. Because otherwise, I do have one down here, but I was trying to play around with that. I guess I didn't come from this way. But at least from over here, I wasn't getting much because you get more fish the more of your circle is in water. So if you could place one right here, you would get a whole heap load of fish. But that's unfortunately not the way the game works. So you have to place it on part of it on land, in which case I wasn't able to get too much of that. The game keeps yelling at me that my herb is low, which I know I am working on it. But yeah, so all of these paths are now stone, or at least in the process of becoming stone. You can see everything in like the center of my town is stone. That is the area that I started in, just to get that done, because that seemed a little more important than all of these out here. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I guess the buffalo pasture is doing well. So what I might wind up doing, if I have room for it, I guess I could put it next to it maybe. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead, put it on next to it. It's not quite a perfect square, but I think, actually, that should be good. So once this gets built, there is this button that is divide. So you can divide your pasture into 2 different pastures, which means that the time it takes for them to grow is going to be a lot shorter. And as I only have the buffalo still, in terms of animals, I think splitting that is going to help, and then we'll wind up just getting 2 fields built a lot quicker than we otherwise would. And I'm just kind of hoping at the moment for the... our fish thing is done. I'm hoping for a little message to pop up saying that we got herbs. But again, I'm not super hopeful on that. I will also just go ahead and say, let's collect all the stone here. Cool. And then this has the full 4. Yeah, okay, cool. So this here, you can see we have 54 herbs. So we do have a little bit of excess going, which is good. Because I could put more gathering stations down over here. As I have talked about, I don't really want to build this area up all that much, at least not yet. I want to keep this mostly like the city, if you will. And have this area just kind of gathers some resources for us, and I could use this for logging and stuff in the future once I want to run out of room down here. And this actually looks like it is not really moving. Okay, we're just waiting on wood. We need a lot of wood. Cool, so the easiest thing to do that is just chop down. Guess all this should be fine. I did also put a little pathway all the way out to our reservoir as well. And I extended the pathway. It's not quite done yet, obviously, but I did extend the pathway down to our stone quarry. I think that will help just general efficiency for us, and that is definitely something that we can use. I also put a little path here. I was thinking about putting one all the way around, but unfortunately I made the cemetery just a little bit too big for that by squeezing it between these rocks, because I cannot put a path like here, I think, and then also back here. So that would kind of defeat the purpose. But it is food for thought for future ones, to put in a little more open space, which I probably should have done to begin with, so that way I can put a path all the way around it, just for, you know, some nice aesthetics and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm waiting on the research points to come flying in. They're not coming super quickly. And something that I might wind up doing, I think, unless I can think of anything else to unlock in the meantime, I have all of this animal dung. So what that is going to allow us to do is create fertilizer. And fertilizer, once we unlock the compost here, and then the fertile fields, it's going to make it so that way the fields that we have are going to become more productive. So whatever the output is of this, which looks like it's about 340, it should increase. I don't know by how much, but I know that it is a pretty substantial one. So that might be worth spending my science points on, or research points rather, as we progress. The other thing that I think I might wind up doing is demolishing these 2 wells here and just moving them over like one tile, so I can get paths around them, make it look a little bit better, or even delete the small one because I'm probably not going to use it, and just put a little pathway around this big one. So I think I'm actually going to do that now that I'm speaking that out loud. So let's go ahead and, why are we not letting me demolish structure? There we go. Cool. And demolish road. Let's go ahead and just do that for right now, I think. Yeah, it should be good. Cool. And once these get demolished, we're just, again, going to move this over, get some paths around it, make it look a little bit prettier. Look at those jack-o'-lanterns. That's so awesome. It's such a cool little touch. Just getting this spoopy season with everything in this game. So I wish I had more pumpkins in order to actually grow them so I can get some of the cool stuff and keep it in my city forever, but that's not the way the world works, unfortunately. And I'm thinking, so this made 100 food last year, so I may go ahead, especially with these group of immigrants coming, I may just build another one right here, because I can, and that's still going to get a lot of fish. I don't think overlapping them decreases the amount of fish you get, so I think it is only going to be a positive. But I don't have a lot of just general temporary workers here, so hopefully these immigrants come, and most of them are adults, because that would make my life a lot easier. I'm going to demolish the road. Why are you not going away? Okay, that's fine. You can stay. And I'm going to get a big well. Let's see. Fortunately, it's not going to be perfectly centered, but it will look better there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We will get some stone roads built around it, just like, oop, that works too. Okay. Cool. Just built around it and straight onto there. So again, purely decorative in terms of moving this, but I think it'll wind up looking a lot nicer. Which aesthetics are definitely important in building a city, because I realize it's pretty easy to get away from that. Like, I started to over here just by kind of placing stuff wherever it fits. So I'm going to try in the future to not do that. And now that I have... let's see how this works. So if I click on this and select Buffalo, oh, then I can divide. Okay. So we're going to divide it, and our number now is down to 6. Whereas before we were at 11 because the 5 moved in here. So I'm going to have 5 buffalo moving over here, which will just help speed up the process of growing these. And if I need more food, I can always just expand up here and do that again, because that was a relatively cheap thing for us to do. And there's no candies. I don't know how to get the candies. I know that's a Halloween thing, so I'm assuming I probably just don't have the technology for it. But again, nice little touch. All the people walking around looking for candy. Unfortunately, I don't have any to give them. Otherwise, I would happily do so. And I guess we'll just collect all of these plants as well, which I thought I did at the beginning of the episode. But I don't know if it just didn't take it or if it already grew back. Because if it grew back, I feel like that was really quick. Alright, do I have any? No, nobody yet. So pretty soon, the little caravan should appear on the screen. From where they're coming from, I do not know. They're probably going to walk on water and through buildings, because that is the way they work. And we're almost at another development point. I definitely need to figure out my paper production, I think. So what is your issue? Where is my paper? The issue is the reeds. Can I put... No, I can't put more workers in there. Oh, because I'm also making baskets with that. Right. Okay, so what if I just pause that for right now? Baskets will hurt efficiency, but by getting enough paper going, that will increase our research points that we're going to be getting, because the school and the research center will use paper in order to become just a little more efficient. Food-wise, it looks like we're actually doing pretty good. Still waiting on these immigrants to show up. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. Not great, obviously, but we're up to 300 food, which is definitely much better. Happiness and health are not where I want them to be, unfortunately. But I think we'll wind up getting that back. I don't think we're so far gone that we can't recover from this. It's just going to take a little bit of work. And I'm just going to see here if we wind up getting any extra stuff. Nope, we have not unlocked any new seeds. So I think I'm going to also just turn that into winter squash as... Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to do beans. The peas, rather. I keep saying beans because it's under the beans tab. But yes, we're going to get some peas going in there. And that will mean that most of our farms are peas, which I think have a higher output. But we do still have some food variety because I'm pretty sure that makes a difference. Look at how quickly these guys are moving on our new roads. That's definitely noticeably quicker than what they were on before, so that's good. The game told the truth about the speed increase. And I don't know what you're doing down here, but you know, you can go ahead and walk to wherever you're walking. Have those immigrants arrived yet? No. Maybe they didn't like our place. I suppose that's entirely possible. I haven't noticed that yet, but that doesn't mean that that's not a thing, obviously. And yeah, aside from the crooked road here, which, looking at it, might look better if I... Let's see if I delete that and put a road maybe... Let's go here, here, there, and there. Okay, so at least it's a nice even gap. It's symmetrical. Oh, the immigrants are here. Cool. So we're going to accept all of them, 12 of them. Nice. And we do have 14 living in our boarding house, so that means we will need to get some more houses built. Down here is probably the most practical spot that we have at the moment. I don't know if happiness starts decreasing if they get too close to a cemetery. So I guess that will be a fun little experiment for us. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and build some houses. So if we just plop down a few of these. Cool, we'll get 5. And that should help us grow a little bit. I think something else I'm going to do is just be pretty aggressive about gathering herbs. Oh, there's not much in there. What about down here? Yeah, so let's just get this huge area here. We'll go up to that road, I guess. And then let's also say collect everything in here. Because I really, really want to unlock the herb seeds. And our fishing dock is done as well. So let's go ahead and just get them going on that. Cool. And I think with our... Let's see. I don't know where the... Oh, planks. So we have 70 planks at the moment. I'm just going to keep the one worker... Ooh, new crop seeds. That's exciting. But I'm just going to keep the new one worker here working on the planks for a little bit because we don't need fuel. We have a whole heap of coal, which can be used as fuel, as well as a decent amount of the furnace burden at the moment, because I have this set to coal. So we're getting, it looks like about 300 coal per year, which should be enough. If we need to supplement it down the road, we can definitely do that. But for right now, let's see what seed we got. So no vegetables, not that. What seed did we get? Ooh, we got our herb seeds. Nice. So let's get one of those down, and then let's also get another one. I don't like how I'm going to have to place this, but mountains are mountains, and, you know, I didn't think this through apparently before I built it. So here we are, living with the mistakes. But I'm going to get another nursery built, and we're going to start rolling in the herbs. Let's turn you back on. And once that gets going, we'll have a pretty steady herb supply, which is good. I think that's super important because it will keep health up as well as our happiness. And I think 2 of them should probably be enough, I would imagine, to at least maintain numbers. I don't necessarily need, 30,000 herbs because that's a little ridiculous, but it should hopefully rather keep and sustain what we have. So kind of looking at this here, I don't really know a great next thing to go ahead and invest in. So like, the grocery store lets you sell goods in exchange for silver coins, but I don't think that that's really necessary until you start to get to either a trading post or like a dock where you can get the sea transportation, the boats that come across the map. So I feel like that's something I need to wait for until I have everything that I need for that. So, I don't even know. I guess meat processing is probably a pretty good one because that's just going to help us get some more food as well as fat. And the fat can be used to make soap. So we're going to go ahead and do that as I already did. I don't know where to put it because there obviously are not any paths out here, which I probably should put some. So let's go ahead and do that. But I can't put a path up here, can I? No. Okay, so yeah, we'll just take this path up here. Go straight over just like that. Zoom in a little bit. Put another one. Maybe we'll just go one closer, because I guess we can. Yeah, perfect. So I don't know if the butcher over here is a good idea or a bad one, because that's pretty far away from everything else. And, you know, if you think about the fact that they have to run from here all the way down and around and into the city. So I think having the butcher elsewhere might wind up being a little bit better. I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, this mountain right here is kind of messing us up a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna, let's see. I guess I'll just, for right now, put one up with the rest of our industry up here. You know, maybe even right here is not a bad spot, because that's pretty empty space. We'll get another road back here. But yeah, so we'll start to get some fat, and then we'll be able to get soap. As much soap as we want. Because this isn't really producing too much beeswax. I don't think I put it in a great spot, if I'm being honest. I also don't know why all of these trees decided to grow right on the end of a bridge, totally blocking us, but I guess Mother Nature does not want us to be there. What are you complaining about? Output reached. We should be okay on iron, so let's just increase that. Cool. So, I guess also increasing the output will affect the both of them. So that's definitely good to know. Alright, and we have 9 buffalo in this one, so that's cool. Yeah, we're coming along well with that. And then again, once we get the fat, we will be able to turn that into soap. 5 fat will make 5 soap. And I guess once we get enough herb supplies, we can make medical soap as well, which will just, as you probably read there, unless I went too quick, let me go back to it. It will enhance the health of all of our citizens. So definitely worth doing. And I think with, no, because I'm a ways away from that. Yeah, I don't really know what to unlock next. I'm getting into that part of the game where I need to unlock 2 or 3 things in order to get the next thing, which I guess is kind of the way the game works. But the research points are coming in slower and slower. Also, here is one of those boats that I was talking to you about. So I can get a dock set up. I might wind up just doing it over here because it's a nice flat area. These ships will board, or dock rather, and then we'll be able to get some resources from them. And expand. And I think we can either buy or sell, which is what these silver coins are for here. On your first city that you build, there's a little tutorial thing where you follow, just kind of explaining the game a little bit, and you get silver coins from that. So if you follow that, you will wind up with a good bit of silver coins. But unfortunately, this is my second or third total playthrough, or total city. Granted, this is probably the furthest I've gotten with any of them in terms of, you know, population and what I've unlocked and size and all that stuff, but I don't have silver coins yet, but that's okay. We're doing fine by ourselves. We don't need any outside help. We are picking isolationism because that is always the best way, or something like that. Cool, and this is going wonderful. And we should also get some leather, so let me just double check real quick. One of these. Okay. So yeah, if I put the leather into that, then I won't need to make linen anymore. Is there anything else I can make? I guess I could make cotton cloth, but that seems... Oh, I don't have too much cotton. So I guess we'll just keep making linen, and that will probably be useful for something at some point. But for right now, we have, I assume, I should probably double check. Let me see. Clothing, textile. Nope. Where is it hidden? There we go. Textile materials. So we have 209 leather. So that'll be good for a little bit. And obviously, as these progress, we will get more and more. And if we need to switch back to flax, we can do that. But I don't think we really have a need for this many flax fields at this point, because now we have a second source for our clothing. So let's go ahead and do pea seeds. Wonderful. We have 15 temporary workers, so that's good. That's going to help us just do some house cleaning in the area, chopping trees, gathering herbs, stuff like that. But I think since my population is getting better, let's just increase our quarry members as well as our mine. Is there anything else that I can increase that would warrant an increase? You know, I guess thinking about it, a second builder's hut, builder's cabin, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Can I? No, of course not. What about in here? Nope. Guess we'll just save the water space. So we'll put it up here, because I have a feeling as the game progresses, I'm going to be building a lot in this area, and certainly some more out here. So I think that should be good. And speaking of, since I have population to do so, let's go ahead and get another logging camp built. We'll probably go further away, maybe even like out here, I guess. That should be okay, and those should not really overlap, so we're fine. And especially now that we have the herb seeds, I'm not super keen on the gathering station. It's not the most important thing in the world, so if it's a little less efficient, that's fine. All right, and let's tell you, what do I have? Buffalo, right? Is that what? It is, yes, buffalo. Okay, cool. So we're gonna find buffalo on here. If I can read, buffalo meat. So 10 buffalo meat turns into 10 chunks of meat and 8 fat. And again, that 8 fat is going to be useful as we build in order to make soap. Which I guess the next thing, where is it? Quality of life. Probably the bathhouse would be the next big unlock that I need. I obviously need, on the screen there, it says construction blade stone. So I need to unlock that first, but the bathhouse is going to give a place where citizens can enjoy a body scrub, and it will help keep everybody healthier. So I can probably put that somewhere down over here next to our boarding house, which, looking at it, let's give you a pathway. Instead of me just shoving you behind the rest of these buildings here, let's go ahead and do something like that. Cool. I think this is the front door. Yeah, so we have the path going there. Cool. So that'll help speed things up a little bit. Unfortunately, again, because of this little nub, I can't put a road all the way over here, but that's fine. Cool. We've gotten a lot done today. This is good. Let's add a second worker to the butcher. Probably a worthwhile thing, because this is going to start to go pretty quickly. And then maybe we'll add one more worker to this pasture, because this is the one that's getting the increased yield out of it. And I can only have one worker there. How is this going? Ooh, we got 126 last year. Nice. So, seeing as we don't have any left over, we may have to build some more of these. But I guess I'll let it run for a little bit now that we have the 2 up, and see what the yield is on this current farming. But resource-wise, we seem to be doing okay. I know this individual here is hungry and thirsty, but they probably just came from a very long way away. I mean, I'm not sure if they're so hungry and thirsty why they are going to work. Appreciate the dedication, but I'd also really appreciate it if you didn't drop dead while you were trying to mine this stone. I don't make the rules, just play the game. But yeah, so let's... Is there anything else I want to do? Because looking at the time, we're getting a little close. Let me just make sure. Nope, I don't have any development points. And do I have anybody in the boarding house? I have 17 in the boarding house. So let's just make one more row of houses real quick. Just go back here. Okay, cool. That is as close as I can get. Nice. And we'll just lay down a path and they will just work on that as we go. So I think I'm going to call the video here, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate, especially if you've stuck around this long. If you are still here and you want to drop a like, please do so. It lets me know that you like the video, and if you like what the channel has going for it, or if you've seen a couple of my videos, consider subscribing. That also lets me know that you guys like what I am putting out in terms of content. Leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions on anything else, or just want to hang out and say hi. I'll respond to them. I hope all of you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are at, and as always, have a good night. And do something kind. I messed up the outro, but do something kind.